Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, welcome everyone to our session number 7 from 3D Mindspace community, mindfulness and meditation experience. In today's session, we'll focus on attitudes for mindfulness. And this is a series of sessions talking about attitudes for mindfulness. So today's is part 1. We have a very good agenda today. We'll start with an introduction on the community. Then we will have a 20 minutes featured presentation by Jon Kabat-Zinn on introduction to attitudes. Then we will have a 15-minute guided meditation by Arlene, who's one of our committee members and part of DS family. Then we will talk about an interesting study we are bringing to the community. It's a pilot study that has been prepared by the Calm Monkey, and DS has been gracious to purchase this study for us. So we would invite you to attend this study. And then we'll end up with a Q&A if time allows. Our core committee consists of members from Dassault Systems. Myself is Deepak Goyal. I am part of Simulia. We have Arlene Sarda. She is part of BioVia team. We have Shrikant, who's part of Innovia, and Valerie is our HR representative. The mission of 3D Mindspace community is to bring awareness to the benefits and practices of mindfulness and meditation to DS employees so that using these techniques, they can improve their holistic well-being. We have talked about this slide in the past, 6 Ws of 3D Mindspace, taking the 6W concept from our 3D experience platform. I wouldn't go through the entire 6 Ws, but today I'll mention 2 key areas that we are focusing on. One is in who. This mindfulness community consists of a steering committee that I previously mentioned, but we are also now recruiting local area coordinators and ambassadors. We will talk about that later in the presentation. And also under the how, we are bringing our first pilot study for the benefit of this community. And we will talk about that pilot study today. Now, in the past, some people have had some issues with the audio video experience. So here we have some guidelines. If you're using your computer to attend this, make sure that your computer's audio speaker or headset is plugged in and is high on volume. Please avoid using phone. And then if you still cannot hear audio or see video, please try restarting the session. Please do not download large files or data while webinar is playing. Please do not disconnect VPN during your webinar. And if you are still facing any issue, There is a toll-free number. We have spoken to LogMeIn support, and they'd be able to assist on the spot. Generally, they said that we can come immediately during the session if something goes wrong. So please feel free to take a snapshot or write down this number. So today we will talk about introduction to attitudes for mindfulness and meditation. We will have a presentation from Jon Kabat-Zinn, who is internationally known for his work as a scientist, writer, and meditation teacher engaged in bringing mindfulness into the mainstream of medicine and society. He is professor of medicine at the University of Massachusetts Medical School, where he founded its world-renowned mindfulness-based stress reduction clinic in 1979, and the Center for Mindfulness in Meditation, Mindfulness in Medicine, Healthcare and Society in 1995. Dr. Kabat-Zinn received his PhD in molecular biology from MIT in 1971 with the Nobel laureate in physiology and medicine Salvador Luria. He has received many awards for his pioneering work in the field of integrative medicine. So let's listen to this presentation by Jon Kabat-Zinn, and it is going to be in 3 parts. So right now I'm going to play part 1. Hey, now I would like to invite our core committee member Shrikant to elaborate on attitudes for meditation. Shrikant is a certified yoga instructor who has been teaching since 2009. His journey into yoga and meditation began in 2001 with the Art of Living Foundation, where he learned breathing and meditation techniques to calm the mind. Since then, he has completed 200-hour yoga teachers training programs. He also continues a daily practice of Vipassana meditation, which is a form of mindfulness meditation.
Thank you, Deepak. So, while we are going to intersperse videos by John Kabat-Zinn with a little bit of presentation from our side, we start off with the first attitude of being an observer. And let us just look at it a little closely. It is essentially a shift in your awareness from being a participant to being an observer. And a very good metaphor to describe that would be that of a movie. Now, when you are watching a movie on the screen, there's a lot of drama going on. There's action, there's romance, there's the highs, there are the lows, there are all these intensities that are happening on the movie screen. And you, watching the movie, experience those emotions within yourself when you see a character going through the different array of events and situations. Yet, at the same time, there is this separation between you and the person on the screen. And you know it, you're aware of it, you're watching it, you're watching whatever is going on the screen. At the same time, there is a sense of, yes, there is this little separation. So, in a similar way, mindfulness is all about becoming an observer not of a movie which is on the outside of you, but an observer of all the events that are happening with the body, with the breath, and the mind. And it is not so much about, chiding yourself or saying, oh, there's too many thoughts or too little thoughts. It's just about observing. So be a curious observer of what happens during meditation, how the mind concentrates, how your mind may wander here or there, how you feel physically and emotionally during a session. Watch yourself and how you experience the session. And the most important thing is we cannot achieve a quieter, focused mind unless we become aware of really how noisy it is. Over to Deepak again.
Okay, thank you, Shri. Next, we'll talk about the second attitude, which is being non-judgmental. Let's listen to John Kabat-Zinn on this attitude.
Okay, so now we talk about non-judging. So just a little bit of elaboration on what John Kabat-Zinn has already said. So judging is when the mind decides that it likes something and it wants more of it, or it dislikes something and wants to get rid of it. And this increases the agitation in the mind, because when you like something, you cannot have it at this moment, you're agitated. Or if you dislike something at this moment but cannot get rid of it, for example, it could be a pain or a sensation or something that is bothering, and you cannot avoid it in the moment, you get agitated. So in mindfulness, we don't choose what happens in the mind and the body. It is simply a choiceless observation. And a very good example or a metaphor is that of a scientist. When a scientist is doing an experiment, the scientist does not already expect a certain outcome of the experiment. The scientist merely puts, like for example in chemistry, you put a couple of chemicals together. You merely observe what is happening and you make a note of it. So that is what happens. And in that way, you draw conclusions based on what is happening in your current experience. And based on your past experiences, putting them together and actually drawing meaningful conclusions, something which would help you further on. And also one of the biggest things is we do judge, as John Kabat-Zinn said. We do judge a lot. And judging is not bad. It's just a matter of observing, oh yeah, this judgment is arisen or that judgment is arisen. And we do not judge the judging saying, oh, it is I'm judging too much, I shouldn't be good, or I shouldn't be judging so much. It's just observing what is happening, the present moment as it is. So examples of passing judgment: oh, my mind is too busy and won't calm down. Yesterday's meditation felt good, I don't feel the same today, I don't think I'm meditating correctly. Sometimes you may be feeling worse after a meditation session, and then you may say, oh, that is useless. But it's all in the realm of the mind. It's something which is beyond choice, something beyond our control at that moment. It's just a simple observation. Back to Deepak.
Thanks, Shri. Let's talk about our third and last attitude for mindfulness and meditation today. We'll talk about now clearness mind and listen to John Kabat-Zinn on this attitude.
and we look at the beginner's mind. It's a very good quote over there. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's minds, there are few. And we start off actually with the metaphor of emptying the cup. So this goes from a pretty famous parable about a person who's seeking wisdom. He hears about this wise person, and he goes to this wise person, and he tells this wise person, I have studied this, I have studied that, I have studied all these different things in this world. What is it that you can offer me as far as wisdom goes? Because I'm still thirsty for knowledge. And the wise person simply said, please bring me a cup and a jug of milk. And the person who's seeking wisdom says, oh, okay, he must be teaching me something new. And so he comes with a cup and a jug of milk. And then the wise person says, okay, hold out the cup. And then the wise man starts pouring milk into that cup. He starts pouring. Eventually, the cup overflows. And it spills onto the man, it spills onto the floor and everything. And then the man says, hey, what are you doing? Can't you see that the cup is full? And then the wise person says, that's exactly the problem. Your mind is already so full of things, there is no room for any more. And we take the same attitude in the beginner's mind, with all our judgments, with all whatever we have experienced in our past. We look at this world in a specific way with this conditioning. And a beginner's mind is actually a way of completely getting rid of that conditioning and looking at every moment as it is, completely new, completely fresh. And it's like looking at the world through the eyes of a child. In mindfulness, it's all about starting every session or any time it is with whatever it is, completely blank, without expecting that this is going to happen, or whether you compare your present experience with what happened yesterday or the day before or years ago. It doesn't matter. In every session of mindfulness, whether you're meditating or you're walking outside, it's always a brand new experience. So we just take off the glasses of our past experience and observe each moment as if it is for the first time. We start the meditation sessions with a blank slate, and no matter how much meditation experience we have, we do not try to recreate a past positive experience. And don't force anything to happen. Let things happen. That's one of the key things in mindfulness. We don't choose. We just allow things to happen in the mind as it is in the present moment. Back to Deepak.
Thank you, Shri. Now we will have a guided meditation by Arlene Sarda, who is one of our core committee members. And she has recently been certified as a mindfulness meditation facilitator through the Calm Monkey. Her journey into mindfulness and meditation began when she was undergoing breast cancer treatment 2 years ago. In a short period of time, mindfulness and meditation has proven to be a wonderful tool in her life to work through illness, healing, changes, and transitions. Since her return to work after fight with breast cancer, she has been fortunate to work with a team at 3DS in running the 3D Mindspace program and community in the workplace, while working in the quality compliance role. She continues a daily practice of meditation to keep stress levels at a minimum, all while juggling her health, family, and work. As a certified mindfulness meditation facilitator, she hopes to share and spread awareness and enable the practice of mindfulness and meditation with others. Go ahead, Arlene.
Okay, thank you for that, Deepak. Welcome, everyone. I'm here live in San Diego, and we're going to explore the 3 attitudes that we just learned in the feature presentation. This serves to train our attention not only on these attitudes, but also how our minds and bodies react. Being mindful means being aware of your emotions and reactions. Watch and allow what arises in your body sensations and internal voices. We'll be working on practicing with a beginner's mind, with no judgment, just observation. Get hyper-curious and attentive of what you experience. So let's begin. Let's get comfortable in our seat. Change your position slightly. This is a way of bringing attention to your body. Notice how you are sitting. Relax your body. Keep your spine straight up. Pull your shoulders back, then relax. Allow your arms to fall down to your side and place your hands gently on your thighs. This will create a 90-degree angle at your elbows and create the placement of your hands so you are not pulled forward or backwards. You may also rest it gently on the armrest if you can, but put it in a position where you're in a relaxed mode and your shoulders aren't tense. Your palms can be placed up, placed down on your sides, fingers spaced slightly apart, or you can choose to have your palms facing upwards, with your forefinger and thumb touching other fingertips. Now, slowly close your eyes. Tip your head slightly a bit downwards. Keep your lips closed and gently relax your jaw, keeping your teeth slightly apart. The tip of your tongue touches the roof of your mouth, just behind your top teeth. Now bring your attention to your breathing. Take a few deep breaths. Notice that you are breathing. Pay attention to how it feels to breathe. Observe where your breath is going in and where it's going out. Is your breathing filling your abdomen? Is it in your chest? In your throat? Through your nostrils? Now feel your abdomen and chest rise and fall to each breath. Focus on sensation flowing in and out of your nose. Have no judgment of yourself or your breathing. Notice how your body breathes all on its own. If it helps you to focus, you can say to yourself as you're breathing in, breathing out. Now, if you become distracted during the meditation or get lost in thought, simply let the distracting thoughts float away as if they were on clouds. And gently bring your attention back to your thoughts. There are always distractions, both inside and outside our minds and bodies. But you have the power to focus on your breath. And beware of these distractions without giving them power over you. If you find that you're attached to a certain thought, a worry, or concern, imagine that thought resting on a cloud. Observe it, be aware of it, and know it's there. What do you feel in your body? You are the observer of your world. You can notice what happens inside your mind and body, just as you notice what goes on around you. You have the ability to focus on staying in the present moment. Imagine watching yourself doing a meditation on a movie screen. How does it look like as you experience the session? Do you feel tense? Or do you feel relaxed? Is your breathing shallow? Or are you breathing deeply? Notice what parts of your body move when you breathe. Does your chest rise as you breathe? Does your abdomen fill up as you breathe in? Staying with your breath, no matter what's going on around you or happening inside your mind. If it's difficult to focus on your breathing, don't get frustrated. Allow yourself to sit without judgment. Simply, gently, with self-compassion, keep bringing your attention back to your breath. If you notice you're judging, simply be aware that the mind is judging without judging the judgment. Place your judging thought on a cloud. Observe it, be aware of it, and know it's there. What do you feel in your body? Come back to your breath. Accept yourself in this experience, whatever it may be. See your breath as interesting. Imagine a baby taking its first step. Imagine what it feels like to try something new for the first time, like driving a car. You may feel anxious. Doing a meditation for the first time can also elicit the same feeling. If you're feeling anxious, it's okay. Allow yourself to feel the feeling. How is it affecting your body? Be gentle with yourself and your thoughts. Be a kind and curious observer. Observe each moment as if it's for the very first time. Be aware of it and know it's there. What do you feel in your body? Now tune yourself back into the room. Slowly become aware of your surroundings. Gently move your fingers and your toes and feel the contact of your feet to the floor. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me on this session, and I wish you a peaceful day. Back to you, Deepak.
Thank you, Arlene, for that wonderful guided meditation. Now we have an exciting news for all of you. We are coming up with a pilot study for dealing with change. And our HR has been very gracious to purchase this pilot study for DS employees. And it is limited to number of people who can sign up. And I'd like to invite Arlene again to talk about this. She has pioneered this effort to bring this toolkit for the benefit of employees.
All right. So 3DS has arranged a special opportunity to provide all of us here at 3DS with free access to a new toolkit called the Dealing with Change Toolkit. Wendy Kwan, founder of the Calm Monkey, has developed this toolkit based on outstanding results from a study on this concept. Our 3D Mindspace committee has previewed the toolkit and are excited to offer it as a pilot to a limited number of people. This toolkit combines mindfulness, meditation, and change management techniques to help the listener through challenging changes in your life. Next slide. I think everyone is going through a change in some form or another, whether at work or in your personal life. We are fortunate to be amongst the first to see this toolkit. This pilot is open to only the first 100 who register. The time commitment is approximately 2 to 3 hours total of instructions and meditations over the course of 2 weeks. We recommend doing instructions, meditations once a day or every other day to start. In general, the 3D Mindspace team encourages a practice of doing meditations on a daily basis. The pilot period will run from November 2nd through November 16th. You will receive an email after this webinar. As soon as you register, you'll get immediate access and can start using it right away or on your own time. On November 16th, you will be asked to answer a pilot survey. From the research study conducted on this concept, meditators and non-meditators alike all receive positive benefits from this. So no prior meditation experience is required at all. Next slide. Wendy Quan, the founder of the Calm Monkey, who developed this toolkit, is an innovator in this concept, and her peer-reviewed, award-winning white paper on the subject was published by the Global Association of Change Management Professionals. She is the industry leader on change management and mindfulness, and is invited to speak at conferences internationally. I think you'll find this toolkit quite intriguing and different. It's more than simply listening to a guided meditation, as it teaches you about getting through difficult changes in a healthy, constructive, and self-aware manner. Your participation is confidential and will only see aggregate results. Next slide. We're really excited to offer this to everyone here at 3DS as a pilot. We hope it will help you make your changes easier. So don't delay in registering. You'll get immediate access and can start using the toolkit. Participating in the pilot means using the toolkit and answering the survey. So after this webinar session, I'll send you the email to register and get you more information today. And we'll have a brief video with a little more information about the toolkit from Wendy Quan. And go ahead and play the video, Deepak.
Sure. Thank you, Arlene. Okay. We are excited to bring this to you guys, and we hope that there would be good participation. So apart from doing this pilot study, we are also actively working on building our 3D Mindspace community by recruiting more people to help us out. and we are requesting help for local area coordinators. The local area coordinators are the people who will help us promote 3D Mindspace locally and basically help us book a room and invite local colleagues to come and attend these sessions together and do meditations together. So the time commitment required for this is very minimal, only 2 to 3 hours per month. So if you are interested in helping us out and be part of this community to contribute more, please contact me or Arlene Sarda. Our email addresses are mentioned here. So today in the San Diego office, we have colleagues who are attending this session together and meditating together. So we envision that we would be able to do this in all major local offices in North America. So if you would like to, bring your colleagues together to meditate together and build a local community, please do contact us to help us out. As you can see that your time commitment is very minimal for this, and we'll help you to get started with anything you need. We do have few people who have shown interest, and we are going to be speaking to them before the end of this year and get this rolling. Next, previously we have mentioned several resources that are available for getting involved in 3D Mindspace community. At rewards@3ds.com, we have our past sessions. We have a DS community, which you can be part of. You can sign up and we'll send you an invite to the dashboard. We have Power of Vitality app that can give you points if you do meditations using some meditation apps such as Calm app. If you need more information on this, please contact one of us. We are not going to discuss this in detail today because we have discussed this in the past. But if you are new and attending for the first time, please feel free to contact one of us to get information on these resources. Finally, we will have last session of 2018 on November 16th, Friday at 2 p.m. And that session will be an extension of today's session, where we will continue talking about right attitudes for mindfulness and meditation. In that session, we will focus on the attitudes of trust, patience, non-striving, gratitude, and generosity. We'll also have a featured presentation by John Kabat-Zinn, and we'll do a guided meditation. So we hope you enjoyed today's presentation, and hopefully you'll be able to join for the pilot study. And we'd be happy to take any questions, feedback, or comments now in the next 5 to 7 minutes we have. So we have few questions. First question is from Rahul. Are we recording this webinar? Yes, this is being recorded and it will be uploaded on YouTube as well as on rewards@3ds.com. So you can review the session. Next question is, I am interested in participating in the pilot, what will be on vacation during part of the pilot timeline, and will not have access to my email or 3DS network. However, I really would love to access it while on vacation. Am I able to access the pilot material and instructions outside of DS network and email? The answer to that is yes. You can, and the Calm Monkey website does not require that you have VPN or access to BS network. Another thing is some of the sound issues, especially feedback on my voice. We apologize for that, and we continue to try to fix these issues, but haven't been able to make it perfect. Regarding the Calm Monkey presentation speaker, question from Paul, he could not hear that. We will send a link to that intro on the pilot study by Wendy Kwan. Okay, and Paul mentioned that he sent an email regarding being interested in being a focal point. And yes, Paul, we have that email. Valerie sent it to us, and we will soon get in touch with you. We apologize for the delay. We did get a lot busier with coming up with this pilot study. And as soon as that is rolled out, we will start working on local area coordinators. Comment from Amelia, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this session and learned a lot. Very interested in pilot study, want to integrate that in my daily life. That would be great. We look forward to your active participation. If more people participate and provide feedback and see the benefit, we hope to bring more of these studies for the benefit of everyone. So your support and participation is what will keep on making this community grow and prosper. All right, that's all the questions for today. It's a perfect timing. We can end it here, and we'll look forward to speaking with you in the next session in November. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye.